It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, 10, 53. Right there, 54 Mike. I got one. Let's go. No, 66.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good job, King.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
We want this. 72.
Brady gives to Michel. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On second down, it's Carson fighting him off. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On 3rd down, Carson, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Go.
They run for it with Carson, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, go 66.
Throwing again. Brady. Complete to Dorsett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face their down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, 10, wait, 20.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Michelle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Michelle, and he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Wait, 10. Alabama, 380.
54 Mike. Blue Dan, blue Dan.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Brady now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Put that team on the bus.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learn more about them in their 1 loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
51 to Mike, boy.
Still got 4 down, 4 down. Still deep, tighten up. 19. Deep, tighten up.
Here's Carson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Seattle.
14.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. From the 22, Wilson dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They run it with Carson down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Brady, give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady again. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Benjamin Watson. Results in a 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit.
Let's go, let's go!
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one taken from the 7.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson, and he locates Luke Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Carson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson forced out to his left. And Dixon has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check, cross. Hey, 0.
This is Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal, and then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt, and I think that they're improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, it's Brady. To Michel on the screen. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. That's complete. It's Gordon. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Hey, 66.
On first down, Brady. Dorsett making the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now it's Carson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going now is Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee.
They can't hang with us.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.